Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. It is April the 27th of 2016, and that means the topic, as all Wednesdays are, the topic is the mind. And speaking of the mind, how's the mind today, Calvin?
It's running on 90%.
Okay, very good, very good. Have you gotten over Cambridge University being number one yet? Or are you still riding that wave then?
Still riding that wave, yeah.
Okay. Did they make you put little signs up in the car window when you're driving back and forth to work and stuff?
Well, it's best to stay incognito.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the fewer people that know, the better. So if you see,
for now,
it might be Kelvin's car if it's an MG. More than likely it's an MG if it's his. Then don't look for the signs. The signage isn't going to be there. So today on the mind, luck would be my shadow, I guess. I got a great deal on a power tool. Got it all hooked up on the bench, put it all together, went to turn it on. The switch don't work. There's a little safety lock. Think of it like a nail that passes through the switch to engage it to the on-off. Otherwise, it just flips. So if Emily comes around, she won't be able to turn it on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the safety lock was missing, and I don't have one because it was a display model. So I went to the store just on a gamble that, well, maybe they have a back room, they have a box of these or something. Nope. But he said, write this one down. It'll be in the show notes. Remember to go to theguyarcookreport.podbean.com, and you'll get the show notes off of that link, okay? And the site that this employee at the big box store gave me is called ereplacementparts.com. And I'm thinking, well, they won't have that. ereplacementparts.com. Wow. Talk about somebody that built a website to do one thing really, really well. That's where you want to go. And that link will be in the show notes for the Guy R. Kirk Report at podbean.com. Also, speaking of doing things really, really well, as some of you know already, I've been doing this for a long time, years. Way back in the early days, a fellow named Andrew Fry of Fry Design says to me, don't fret about it. There's always a solution. You know, because I was looking for something. I don't remember now what I was trying to find, but he said, there's always a solution. And you know what? I kept digging, kept looking, kept researching, and I found the solution. And so that sort of like emblazoned that slogan into my mind. When I'm looking for something, I think, what would Andrew do? He'd say, there's always a solution, because there is. So find comfort with that somehow if you're on a quest looking for something. What do I get Emily for her 3rd birthday? There's always a solution. There's an answer. Ask Grandma. Bazinga, it's done. She'll know. So now it's time for the shout outs. We're going to go really, really quick. Big thank you to Edinburgh Dusters. Way back when on a Thursday afternoon when he started the graphic, they got the whole shebang going. I'd already bought in the background, but I was in the planning stage. I said, well, I want to do a podcast someday, but let's don't rush into it, okay? So I kept hemming and hawing, procrastinating. I'm kind of famous for that. And so there you have it. You got the image done. So, well, I've got the image. I've got the background. Yeah, I better start doing it. So we started doing it, and the Guy R. Kirk Report at that time was just called the Kirk Report. We found out in the SEO, you don't want to be the Cook Report. You'll come up on page 14 or something like that.
There was some other guy doing it, wasn't there?
Yeah, another guy. I get it. And so thank you to Edinburgh Dusters, the company that likes to clean. If you're in Edinburgh, Scotland, give them a call. They'll take care of you. And in Stirling, Scotland, right down the road from Edinburgh, I think he's not very far away, is the home of Alba Digital Media, run by Kevin Scullion. Hardware, software needs, web hosting, design tips and needs, that's the guy to call. Big thank you to Blab, their blab.im software. That's what you're watching right now. We've got the video going. Yesterday, I had a bit of a problem with the video syncing up with the lips moving. So rather than be a Godzilla movie, I just made a static image and put the audio on top of that. But normally we get a file from Blab that gives us the MP3 and the MP4. Makes it easy done. And also to make that work even better, so we don't have a single point of failure, we record it with a product that Eileen Smith told us about, Screencast-O-Matic. And we should also tell you, too, about Gracie. Gracie, too, if you ever need help with text or images in a PDF file, that girl knows her stuff. She's been doing PDFs for a number of months and years. And we'll try to get a link to her site. I don't know that she has a site that we can reference because it hasn't popped up in the chat yet. Hint, hint.
But we'll get
So
our
we can't really
details.
say.
We'll get our details.
Yeah, but we'll have it in the show notes for sure. And I want to thank YouTube, the folks at Google that owns YouTube, if you didn't know that. They have given us space to put a video in. So if you're watching us on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. Love to have you be part of the community. And even more, love you to have be a patron of the podcast. So if you're at the Podbean show, or Podbean link, I should say, looking at the show, there's a link there to become a patron. And that helps us drink tea. Today we were talking about tea plants, or yesterday we started it really. And I said, well, I wonder how old a tea plant must live. Well, Kelvin said that in his Google search, average 30 to 50 years. But the Chinese have tea plants they claim are 1,000 years old. Now, does it taste better if it's been around 1,000 years? I wouldn't know.
Who knows?
I probably unspeakable price to buy that cup of tea. And speaking of a cup of tea, did I forget anything?
Yeah.
I mean, besides Gracie's link?
Our daily meetup on Blab IM at Friends Just Chatting.
That's the one I've done quite a few times forgetting it. Duh on me. If you're going to Blab IM, blab.im, look for the room weekday mornings where they're friends just chatting. You don't have to know the topic. You don't have to know the history of the world. You just have to chat. And so if you have a voice, if you have a webcam, if you have earbuds, headset, come on down. We'd love to have you be a part of that community, that conversation. It's been on for, I think, gosh, months. I can't remember what month that started. Long time ago.
Maybe last Christmas.
Yeah, right around then. Since 2015, anyway. So there you have it. The show note will contain all the links to all the people that have links to us. I won't do those right now. So then I can say those 3 magic words that I say at the end of every show. It's a wrap.